From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step. Run. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now a play fake. Carr. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he's third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They're running the jet sweep with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Julio Jones. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice throw.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On play action, it's Carr. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for the Dolphins. 52 yards. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Lance on the keeper. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw, he fought defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
10 seconds.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try with McKinnon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
In his own end zone, it's Carr. And this is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. throw from his end zone. Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you can easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
The punt team on now. Is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line. Okay, Frank.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run again with Wilson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Lance. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Lance. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, ready. Hey, check, mega. Yell it. Hey,
they'll bring a receiver in motion left. Lance now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
That'll be caught by Anderson. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Lance now on first down. Gets this ball to his running back, Jerick McKinnon. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. In motion, Hill. A final shot before half for Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Glenn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. They didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be brought down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
The slot man in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't loading up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Jason Sanders will be open to the a 45-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's going to air one out. He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Saints. Jakeem Grant, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
52.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Kamara up the middle. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Carr. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just ran on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down.
This game of football, you run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they found a way to be successful with it.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time here. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, try and get him over 100 yards.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Again, this is Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A 10th carry for Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Carr going to throw.
Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Wants to try to add the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Saints are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some room to maneuver.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 116 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Carr going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Shotgun now for Carr. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. The partner under the lights in prime time.